Hi, I'm Maria from Chile. Before I tell you my amazing story, please click like and subscribe. When I was 3 years old, I realized that the only smart person in my family was Mom. She was the only one who understood me. My dad and my older sister Elena seemed to be super dumb. One time, Mom had left an apple pie on the counter, and the smell was driving me crazy. I couldn't reach it, so I ran over to Dad and said, "Dad, bye." Okay. Bye. No, bye. Yeah, bye. Me? Bye. Oh my god, what am I saying? Idiot. Bye, bye. See me waving my hand? Go away. Bye. I burst into tears and threw his slipper at him. Luckily for me, Mom came in just then. You want pie, honey? Come with me. Mom realized that I had some trouble with my speech because I mixed up sounds and words. But Dad was just really mean about it. He said that girls should be perfect, and if not, they should be boys. One day, Mom took me to this nice doctor she worked for as a maid. He offered to give me free speech sessions for some months, and after that, I couldn't stop talking in perfect sentences, which also annoyed my dad. Girls are meant to be seen and not heard, so shut up. Soon after I turned 5, Mom announced at dinner that she'd enrolled me in a school. Are you crazy? I'm not wasting money on her school. You don't even have a job. I've been saving money for Maria, and she is going. She couldn't even speak properly till forever. Wake up, Mom. She's stupid. But Mom completely ignored them, and I was off to school the next day. Of course, Dad and Elena became even bigger jerks. Once I told Dad he'd spelled his name wrong on a school form, and he yelled at me. Oh, you think you're smarter than your dad now? And it's not a mistake. I was planning to change my name tomorrow. Wow, that was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. But to be honest, I didn't think I was smart. I didn't understand most of the stuff we were studying in school. Once in the 5th grade, the teacher asked me why I hadn't done my worksheet. I'm sorry, miss. My mom made me a sandwich last night, and I needed a tissue, but we didn't have any, so I rolled the worksheet around it, and it was the best sandwich I ever had. Want me to bring you some? The teacher looked at me like I was crazy. Everyone started laughing, and someone yelled, Gosh, she's dumb. Yeah, thank God she's pretty. Well, yes, thank God for that. Boys were always trying to flirt with me as I grew older, which didn't sit too well with some girls. Once in the 7th grade, I was blocked in the corridor by Elena and her mean best friend, Amanda. Listen, Maria, I'm sick of hearing my crush talking about how pretty you are, so I need you to go and tell him how dumb you are, okay? Yeah, just open your mouth and something stupid will come out for sure. That's what happens when you have an empty trash can instead of a brain. As the two laughed, I tried to push Amanda aside, but I swear I didn't remember I had a pencil in my hand. And she let out a very loud scream. The principal called my parents and let me off with a warning, but Dad lost it. That's all she gets? I knew this school was for losers. This girl is insane and useless, and I'm putting her in a zoo. The only person who's useless in our house is the one who sits and eats all day and hasn't earned a penny in 10 years. Wait, are you talking about me? You suck. Good luck with your dumb daughter. With that, Dad left us for good, and our lives became better. I wish he'd taken Elena too. I had a secret I really wanted to hide from her. You see, since I wasn't good at anything, I randomly signed up for the school's music club. But it turned out I was really good at singing. Now I was spending even less time studying and was learning songs instead. If Mom found that out, she would kill me. In the 8th grade, I was chosen to sing 3 songs on our cultural day, and I was so excited, I started singing. Who run the world, girl? I clapped my hands on my mouth. Why did I sound like a freaking man? I cleared my throat and started again. Who run the world, girl? And there it was, this deep, manly voice I'd never heard before. What was wrong with me? As everyone started laughing, I ran off the stage and went home in tears. I skipped school the next day, pretending to be sick. Later that evening, Elena came to my room with a food tray. Aw, poor Maria. Here, I got you some hot soup for your throat. Oh, thank you. Maybe it'll help you sound less like a man. You heard me? I wish. I wasn't there, but it's all anyone in the school can talk about. So what are you now, Maria or Mario? Shut up, Elena. Hey, watch it. Because if I tell Mom you've been spending all your time singing with other losers, she's gonna take you out of school. Now, where's that sweater of yours I really love? And with that, she picked it up and walked out. She was such a witch. The next morning, when the bell rang, I opened the door to find my music teacher outside. I immediately pulled her into the coat closet to hide her from Mom. Miss, you have to go. My mom can't find out I've been singing. But my teacher insisted that my voice was special, and I had to come back to school to join a competition. She wouldn't leave till I said yes. When I went back to school, I was the butt of all the mean girl jokes, but suddenly, none of the boys wanted much to do with me either. Hey Mario, can you return that love poem I wrote for you? I want to give it to a real girl. I'm canceling our date, but you can come watch the game with me and the guys at boys' night. As I sat down in the corner to eat alone, Elena and Amanda walked over to me. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day when you'd be sitting alone. Aw, we'll have lunch with you. And with that, Elena dumped a whole plate of spaghetti on my head. OMG, what is wrong with you two? Why do you hate me so much? Oh, you need a reason? I'll give you 100. Number 1, you are dumb, but pretty. And the other 99 are the same. You're even dumber than I am because all you want is the attention of some stupid boys. Well, they're all yours. Go marry them. Have their idiot babies. Whatever you do, just leave me alone. I stormed out of there angrily. I was walking down the hallway when I heard my favorite song from the music room. It was my teacher on the piano, and I started to sing along. And this time, it was just my usual voice. After that, I started training with my teacher for the competition, and she taught me how to tune both my voices to perfection. She was convinced I would win with my unique talent. But one day, when I was alone at home, I was practicing in my room when suddenly Mom barged in. Where's the boy? What boy? Mom, the boy who was just singing that cheesy song to you, and you were singing it right back. Stop acting, Maria. I heard you both. I had no choice but to tell Mom about my singing and the dual voices. Just then, Elena came in and Mom was super mad at us both. I don't break my back cleaning people's toilets, so you can go and be a dumb singer, Maria. I'm going to take you out of school if you keep getting such bad grades. And you, Elena, you knew all along and you hid this from me? You're both grounded for a week. No matter how much we protested, Mom wouldn't hear another word. But there was no way I was missing that competition. A few days later, I sneaked out and my teacher drove me to the venue. To my delight, I won first prize and I was given a $1,000 check. And that was a lot of money in my country. Mom couldn't be mad at me now. But when I got home, I was in for a shock. There were 5 men in the lounge, twice as big as Mom. This house isn't yours anymore. Your husband mortgaged this property long ago, and we're taking over now. Get out. Before we knew it, all our things were out on the street, and so were we. We were homeless, all thanks to the worst dad on the planet. We camped out in a nearby park for the night. As we lay down to sleep on some benches, I went to Mom and took out the check from my pocket. Mom, I went to the competition and won first prize. You can take this to the bank tomorrow, and we can pay for a place to stay till we figure out something. Mom looked shocked, and then she hugged me tight. Oh, Maria, this will really help me right now, so thank you. Come, sing for me. I want to hear you. Just then, I heard some sweet flute music from the distance, and I started singing that song in my style. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh. When I opened my eyes, Mom looked stunned. Suddenly, we spotted an old man running towards us, holding a flute in his hand. Wow, you're such an amazing talent. I've never seen someone singing like that. Who are you? And why are you here? I told him we'd suddenly become homeless, and he immediately offered us a place in his house. When we got there, our jaws dropped open. It looked like a millionaire's mansion. I went to sleep on the biggest, softest bed I could ever imagine. In the morning, we discovered that the old man was a millionaire who came from a family of musicians. And what he said next left me shook. I own my own music production company, Maria, and I want to give you a record deal. You're going to take the world by storm, I'm telling you. Of course, I had to take up the offer. As Mom and I jumped for joy, Elena suddenly hugged me so hard I could barely breathe. Oh, my beautiful, talented sister, I knew you were special from the day you were born. I had to make a huge effort not to punch her face. I instantly shot to fame with my debut single, and suddenly, I was the talk of the city. In a few months, I was able to afford our own place and move out of the kind man's mansion. I hired house help for Mom and decided to enroll Elena and myself in a better school. But Elena was super jealous and she couldn't hide it anymore. I don't need your charity, you dumb witch. I hate you. Always have, always will. I have a boyfriend now, and I'm moving out to live with him. And just like that, she left. And well, I can't say I miss her. I have my huge fans around the world to make it up to me. Hi, I'm Lena. Before I tell you my story, please click like and subscribe. My mom used to be a supermodel, but after I was born, she gained weight, became a stay-at-home mom, and then Dad left us when I was 3. She'd just be weeping all day and stuffing her face with ice cream. Whenever I cried, she'd give me ice cream too. But as time went by, I was still eating like this while Mom got over her depression, lost those extra pounds, and jumped back into modeling. One day, I was imitating her poses in the mirror, and she came in laughing. Mommy, what's so funny? I'm gonna be a model one day, like you. Oh, poor baby. Why are you so dumb? Modeling isn't for everybody. We'll find something you're good at. But I doubt that. That was mean. But when she left, I sneaked out her high heels to practice my catwalk. And moments later, I broke one. I glued it on and put it back. Mom started going away for work, so she hired a nanny for me. Years passed, and eating just became a way to cope with my feelings. Whenever I was sad or stressed, I'd just stuff my face. And by 8th grade, I was plus-sized. I was smart and got good grades, but everyone just mocked me over my weight. I even changed schools, but things didn't get better. Because here, I was invisible, and it felt awful. Until one day, Freya, the most popular girl, came and sat next to me. Hey, you're the new girl, right? Your hair is so pretty. She started sitting with me every day, and we became really good friends. Now, suddenly the boys were noticing me, but only because they wanted to get close to Freya. I'd become the official delivery person for everything they wanted to give to her. So one day, when this cute boy Sheldon gave me flowers, I was shocked when he said they were for me. Was this some kind of prank? But he looked so sincere, and then he asked me out. The next few weeks, I was over the moon. But once when we were out for dinner, I suddenly felt the chair give away under me, and I went crashing to the floor. I just wanted to disappear. But Sheldon totally went off on the management. My girlfriend could have gotten hurt. What are these chairs made of? Toothpicks? He then got us a huge free meal, and we had a car picnic instead. I loved how he'd stood up for me. The next day, I went to the school gym looking for him, but I suddenly stopped when I heard Sheldon. Guys, how much longer do I have to date this baby elephant? Dude, the dare is for a month. I'm getting broke paying for all that food. And it's embarrassing being seen with a girl twice my size. I couldn't hear another word. Later, I went to Freya's house and cried my heart out over pizza. That day, I decided that if my weight was constantly getting in my way, I was gonna lose it. Summer break had started, and I told Freya I was gonna be in Paris with Mom, but I was at home, and my nanny helped me diet and exercise. And soon, I lost a lot of weight. When I went back to school, I could feel everyone's eyes and smiles on me. And suddenly, some boys from my class rushed forward to ask me my name. Wait, they didn't even recognize me? Just then, I spotted Freya and I ran to hug her. Freya, I missed you so much. Lena? Is that you? Oh my god. What? When? How did you do this? She was so surprised, but super proud of me. Just then, Sheldon came up to me looking dumbstruck. Wow, Lena, you look hotter than Wonder Woman. But tell me, babe, why wouldn't you text me back over the holidays? I missed you. All I wanted to do was slap him hard, but suddenly I had a better idea. Oh, I was at a yoga retreat and we weren't allowed any cell phones there. But I really missed you too. Freya looked shocked, but I quickly pulled her away and whispered my plan, and that had her laughing. The next day, I planned a romantic date with Sheldon at a really fancy restaurant, and I was dressed to kill. When it was time to order, I was ready. Yes, I'll have all the appetizers. 3 lobsters, 4 steaks, 1 poached salmon, and well, you can bring us the entire dessert menu. Lena, who's gonna eat all that food? I will, of course. You know my appetite, babe. When the food arrived, I ate a few bites and asked the waiter to pack it. When he came with the bill, I picked up the food and was leaving. And Sheldon kinda lost it. You're splitting the bill with me, right? Nope. It's not cheap dating a baby elephant, you know. Also, it's time you paid for being a complete jerk. I threw a glass of juice at his face and walked out. I gave most of the food to some homeless people, and the rest I shared with Freya as I told her all about my date. Sheldon never came near me again, but my popularity in school soared overnight. I had more boys asking me out than I could count, and the party invitations were piling up. One day at lunch, I got a text message from a new number. It was this new Italian boy in the school that had all the girls drooling. Come to my birthday party tonight, Bellissima. It's exclusively for hotties. I went to the birthday party and there was a big screen showing a slideshow of Italian guys' baby pictures. Everyone was awing over them, but suddenly the screen went blank, and what started playing next left me shook. It was a YouTube channel called Fatty Eats the World, and there were videos of me. In one, I was looking really glum and stuffing my face with spaghetti, and in another, I was crying and eating pizza. Oh my god, what? There was only one person who could have made these. Just then, Freya stepped up from behind the screen. Hey, Italian guy. That girl you're talking to, Lena, that's her. See how she looks like a sad sack of potatoes? I don't know what surgery she had to lose the weight, but just remember, it's only a matter of time till she'll be upset over something, and she'll be sobbing and eating like a whale again. Sure, you can handle this? I stared at her in shock as everyone stared at me. All I wanted to do was run and hide inside a cake, but I wasn't gonna do that. I marched up to her and pulled out the projector plug. Freya, are you a psycho? You've been recording me anytime I've poured my heart out and set up a freaking YouTube channel? What kind of friend does that? Seriously? You never wondered why someone like me became friends with you? I just needed a smart girl to help me with my studies. Also, I looked even better next to you. And you should be thanking me for the channel. You were invisible before I noticed you, and now you go around acting like you're better than me. Are you so insecure that you need a fat friend around to make you feel good about yourself? You're a pathetic, evil jerk. And that fat friend, it's not gonna be me anymore. I pushed her and she went flying into the Italian guy's birthday cake. She screamed, and he screamed, and I stormed out. I was heartbroken by Freya's betrayal, and I didn't go to school for the next few days. But one day when the doorbell rang, I was thrilled to see Mom was back. Am I in the wrong house, or... Holy cow! Lena? Is that you? Of course it's me, Mom. How do I look? I think... I don't like you this way. I liked my cute, chubby girl more. Come on, let's get her back. I'll order pizzas. You'll eat a large one, right? Mom, no. How can you say that? I thought you'd be so happy. And you know, I can even try modeling now. What? No, forget it. I've said this before. Modeling isn't for you. I couldn't really understand Mom's reaction. Why didn't she want me to be a model? She noticed that I wasn't going to school, and I told her about the stupid party. When I showed Mom the horrible YouTube channel, she actually started laughing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh, but it's kind of funny in a cute way. And suddenly, I was raging mad. You think it's funny that my best friend recorded the saddest moments of my life and put them up on YouTube for everyone to see? Do you think this is a funny, cute joke? Mom, I had an eating disorder. And you know whose fault that is? Yours. She leapt up like she'd been electrocuted. Hey, watch it. I've worked really hard to give you a good life and, Mom, you worked really hard for you and left me to literally eat my feelings. Do you have any idea how tough my life's been? And now that I've worked so hard and finally feel good, you're not even happy for me. Gosh, you're the worst. I shut myself up in my room and decided I had to deal with Freya on my own. I made a video about my emotional eating problem and how my videos had been uploaded without my consent. I posted it and it went viral. So many people reported the channel, it was immediately taken down. Lots of people even commented that I should sue Freya. And the next day, her parents were at my door begging me to forgive her. She'll do anything. We'll change her school, and she'll never bother you again. Go on, Freya. Say that you're very, very sorry. Well, she did, and I never saw her again. I went back to school, but I stopped going to the parties and hanging out with all those shallow people who didn't even see me before I lost the weight. One day, I took Mom's address book and copied some fashion agency numbers. I contacted a few and waited patiently for some response. One day, a suited man came to our house, and it turned out to be Mom's first modeling agent. Oh, it's been so long since we did a project together. I'm so happy to see you here. Oh, yes, but right now I'm here to meet your daughter, Lena. She sent in her audition tape, and I think she could be the next big thing. You must be so proud of her. I was ecstatic, but Mom turned pale. She pulled me aside. How dare you do this to me? You lost weight just to show me that I'm outdated and irrelevant, and you can be better than me? I pushed her hand away angrily. So that's what your problem is? God, you're more insecure than Freya. My weight loss isn't about you. It's about me taking control of my life. I signed the contract for that project in front of her eyes, and it went really well. Other projects started rolling in, and I was making really good money. Soon after, I entered a national modeling contest, and I won. I stepped onto the stage for my winner's speech. To all the young girls out there, I just want to say, don't let anyone or anything get in the way of your dreams. People have a way of pushing you down and making you feel worthless, but you should know your own value and power. You can achieve anything you set your heart to. Just believe in yourself. Hi, my name is Carol, and I'm from Austria. Please like and subscribe. You might be surprised to hear this, but in a way, I don't even exist on this planet, because my parents never got my birth registered. The day I was born, Mom and Dad were more excited about getting free supplies from the hospital than having me. I'm saving these ice chips for later. We'll take them home to put in our drinks. These slippers are so soft and comfortable. We'll take these too. But when the doctor told them about the hospital bill, it was like their souls left their bodies. The same night, they sneaked me out of the hospital along with a few other things. I also had two older brothers who were Mom and Dad's favorite, but they were the meanest to me. Once when I was 3, my brothers took me to the park and made me sit on the bench with a for sale sign. A creepy-looking woman almost took me away, but thankfully a cop came by just in time. What's happening here? Who's this kid? Everyone ran away like scared bunnies, including my brothers. And when the cop took me home, my parents just slammed the door in his face instead of thanking him. But I never realized how different I was from my family till I was 4. One day, Dad brought home a huge red velvet cake, and he gave us all tiny slices and put the rest away. Later that evening, a hungry beggar girl came by our house. There was nothing else in the fridge, so I just gave her the cake. Here, take this. You can come back for more tomorrow. She looked like I'd made her day. But 10 minutes later, we all went running down the stairs as Dad roared. Where's my cake? Who took it? Who doesn't want to live here anymore? I was too scared to say anything, but just then my awful brother pointed out some frosting on my clothes, and Dad went bonkers. You ate my cake. No, I didn't. I gave it to this poor, hungry girl and... What? That's even worse. Poor people can pick food out of the trash, can't they? God, you're so stupid. And that's the first time I realized that being nice in my house was considered a crime. After that, Mom would only feed me my brother's leftovers, and all the clothes I had were their hand-me-downs. When I was 6, I was so excited to join school, but my parents were quick to burst my bubble. What do you think? Money for school fees grow on trees, huh? And school is bad for you. They might teach you some manners, and we don't want that. Go learn something from your brothers instead. Brothers? All they knew was lying and stealing things from other kids. So I started sneaking into their room and stealing their books to read, but I didn't know how to. One day, as I was sitting under a tree, an old homeless woman came by and said she could teach me to read. And just like that, she started giving me lessons every day, and we became friends. One day, I sneaked her some clothes and food from my house, but seconds later, Mom came running like a bull and charged straight at the poor woman. Give me my clothes back, you filthy rat. I'll burn your house down. I'll come after your family. I don't have a home or family. You psycho witch, get off me. Mom let her go, but of course, only after she took back her belongings, and I was grounded. A few days later, Dad got home with the cutest puppy ever, saying he'd found the poor thing wandering on the streets. But one day, when I was walking the puppy, I saw his lost posters all around the corner street. I immediately took him back to his owner, and she was the happiest to have him back. But as soon as I reached home, Dad went ballistic. Where's the freaking dog? It ran away. Do you think I'm a fool? I know you did something. Tell me, where's the dog? And by now, I just had it. Okay, fine. Yes, I took it back to its owner. That was the right thing to do. Are you crazy? That dog was worth thousands of bucks. I stole it to sell it. Can't you see that's just evil? What's wrong with you, Dad? The only wrong thing about my life is you. Maybe we picked up the wrong kid at the hospital because you can't be my daughter. You're such an embarrassment. I burst into tears and ran out of the house. My parents were such mean jerks. I kept walking for hours in the dark until I came across a man sitting by the roadside. He looked in so much pain. Sir, are you okay? Do you need any help? But before he could say anything, he passed out. I called 911 and rushed him to the emergency. I waited around till the doctors told me he was fine. We talked for a bit, and I told him about my crazy family. Then I went back home. But a few days later, the same man came knocking on our door. Hello, I'm looking for the kind girl. Oh, you must be talking about me. Charmed to meet you, sir. But then the man pushed everyone aside and walked towards me. I'm so thankful to you for saving my life, and I want to make it up to you. I'll adopt you and provide you with a better education. Wow, school and friends? This was gonna be awesome. Of course I said yes. And suddenly, my parents started acting like I was their heart and soul. Our beautiful daughter is like heir to us. We can't live without her. If you want to adopt her, you'll have to adopt us too. But as soon as the rich man took out a check from his pocket, they pushed me towards him and grabbed the check. The rich man then took me to his house, and it was literally the size of my entire neighborhood. I had my very own room, and I could eat whatever I wanted. I could finally wear girly clothes that were my own. I was so excited about finally going to school. Everyone treated me really nicely. Maybe because I was wealthy now, but I was nice to everyone, and in no time, I was a favorite among my friends and my teachers. Once, the most popular girl in school came to me and said, I heard we can watch Netflix at your place since it's blocked in this stupid area. Oh, yes, my dad downloaded FireGuard VPN and unblocked Netflix. We can watch whatever we want. Cool. I love you already. All was good until one day when I was in grade 8, I was giving a speech in the auditorium when suddenly I heard screams. Carol, my daughter. Carol, it's Dad. I'm here. Mom, Dad, OMG, what was happening? They were screaming my name and being chased by the security guards as they ran towards me, stomping all over the kids. What are you guys doing here? Mom burst into tears, and then both of them hugged me so tight, almost choking me. As everyone in the auditorium stared at us and started to laugh, I pulled them out and asked them what was wrong. Oh, honey, we're so poor now. Your brothers, they sold our house and ran away with all the money. We have nowhere to go. Won't you let us stay with you? Our daughter is so kind. She has the heart of a whale. Of course she'll let us stay with her. I felt so terrible seeing them this way, and even though they were mean to me, I couldn't let them live on the streets. The rich man was away on business, so I let them stay at my home with me for a while. But later at night, I heard some strange noises in my room, and then someone grabbed my leg. I almost had a heart attack. Mom, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just looking for the washroom. This place is so huge. I almost peed my pants. But look at your bed. It's so soft and fluffy. Won't you share it with me? Sure. And before I could even say anything, Mom threw me out of my own bed. The next day was a complete nightmare. Mom was dressed like a freaking jewelry from head to toe and was ordering around all the maids like she was the owner of the house. Mom, what are you doing? This jewelry? It belongs to the rich man's late wife. You can't wear it. Of course I can't, sweetie. It's not like that poor woman is gonna walk out of the grave to get them back. And then Dad walked out of the rich man's room dressed in his nightgown. Dad, that's not your room, and these clothes? Please take them off. Oh, dear, don't you remember you gave your mom's clothes to the poor woman on the streets? I'm the poor woman now. Besides, your new dad has tons of these. I'm sure he doesn't mind me taking one. They were so crazy. I was already getting late for school, so I rushed out, but I had to do something about them before the rich man came back. Later that evening, when I returned home, I heard some weird noises. I sneaked up to the rich man's room and saw my parents trying to break into his safe. Ha! I can't believe that stupid girl. She's such a fool. She easily fell for our crocodile tears. I knew from day one she was a loser. She gave away my last piece of cake to a beggar. Can you believe that? Ugh, stop with the cake crying, for God's sakes. It's been 7 years. What? They were playing me all along? I felt so stupid for falling for their trap. But this was it. I couldn't stand their greediness anymore. That's it. Mom, Dad, I want you guys to leave this house right now. What? Oh, darling, No, I don't want to hear anything. I thought you might have changed, but you guys don't care about me. All you care about is money. This is the last time you'll make a fool of me. Just leave right now. Oh, now that you have money, you think you're all high and mighty and you can order us around. We don't want to live with you as well. We'll leave tonight. That's enough. I'm calling the police. Didn't she say leave right now? It was the rich man. He was back from his trip, and the look in his eyes, he was furious. You've hurt my daughter enough. Carol, if it was anyone else, they'd already be in jail. But tell me, what do you want to do? I looked at their mean faces, and my eyes welled up. You guys are terrible and totally deserve to go to jail, but I don't want to be the one to send you. Just go away and never come back. If you ever come near me or contact me, I will call the police myself. The rich man called security and asked to throw my parents out of the house. You're a brat. You ain't my daughter. You're Satan. I should have left you at the hospital. No, my jewels, my precious. Please, let me take one of these. I felt so terrible. All they cared about was money till the end. But then the rich man hugged me and comforted me. Now it was just me and him. Finally, I got rid of my toxic parents and learned the hard way that not everyone is worth helping. A few years later, I even heard that they were serving time in jail, but now I had my dad, who was my family.